It seems like I do a video about stoicism bi-weekly, but it's one of the most important traits a young man can have, or a man in general. Emotional control, emotional intelligence. If you can find a way to almost master this, and I say almost because to master it, in my opinion, is not impossible. But that takes decades. But if you can find the way to be even good at this, that will set you apart and further than so many people, so many men and women. Because human beings, we are ruled by our emotions. We are even told to and encouraged to live by them. Fed on stories of revenge or hatred, that the world is against you. Women are told that all men are trash and they should be independent, but they're also encouraged to be shit people. It's funny, when certain women are egotistical, narcissistic, they're called strong and independent, but if a man does the same, they're a narcissist. But then men are also told that all women are sluts. All women are the same, and they're told to go and be fuckboys, and then they're told that they should be validated for that. Impulsive. And that's a video for another time. As a man, especially if you're healthy, your biggest emotion is anger. Sadness, yeah, but anger, when that can take over, maybe your testosterone's in the right place, it can be an addictive fuel. Because if I was angry all the time, I'd probably be 10 times more productive than if I was happy all the time. Wouldn't be a very nice person to be around, but when I'm pissed off, sometimes I do my best work. But when you're enraged, you can say things, do things that can land you in trouble. You can burn bridges. You can probably destroy your life in one night. But it's always a choice. How you feel is never a choice, but how you react and how you use these emotions is a choice. And this is where stoicism comes in. Not to suppress the emotions, not to bottle them up, but to control them, to feel them to the fullest of the extent internally, but externally you choose how you react. Calm, cool, like the water. And I've seen some good people where I work that have let anger take over. And they become a raw, tantruming child, and it's disappointing to see because they are in their 40s. It happens. It's inevitably going to happen to me, it's going to happen to you. But if you can learn to control it the best you can, you could save yourself not from embarrassment, that's the little consequence, but from damaging reputation, again little consequence, but from damaging people, damaging relationships. Because behind two people raged at each other, there is a lack of understanding, and if you can find that, do you know how much you're saving there? And rage is just one thing. Sadness, depression, intense sadness. When we are sad, we can convince ourselves things that aren't true, and then we can make decisions on it. When I'm sad or when I'm depressed about myself, I don't want to be in public circles and I want to isolate myself away from people. And if I always listened to that, I would be a lot less socially enriched than I am. You deserve to be with people, bro. Just because you're sad about yourself or sad about something doesn't mean you should isolate yourself. We need time to heal. It's so easy to believe that you're uninteresting and that people hate you when you hate yourself. Even happiness. You weren't expecting me to say that, but happiness you need to watch, because if happiness controls you, it's a high. Contentment is something that can last for weeks. But happiness is a high you reach when maybe you're really caffeinated or you've had a really good workout. But say you're enjoying the vibes. You go out for a drink with people, you're happy. You keep chasing that happiness, that instant gratification, and suddenly at 6 a.m. you've taken drugs your health is compromised, and now for the next few days you have to recover. Was that worth it? Maybe you decide. But happiness, you can convince yourself that everything is great and that you are amazing, everyone's amazing, and that you don't have to do anything. I'm not saying to avoid happiness, but there needs to be this middleman inside you, a pragmatist, that no matter what you feel, you have one eye on reality and what is actually going on, and a need and a want to make the best decisions for yourself. And it's so hard to navigate. I constantly fuck that up. I'm young. But the point is, I'm trying to learn stoicism, trying to learn to make decisions based on what is best for my future and myself, not based on how I'm feeling. And already just trying that is putting me ahead of many people my age. And if I keep mastering it, trying to at least, in 10 years, where's that going to get me? And just because you're stoic doesn't mean you're boring and emotionless. No, you can feel when it's the right time to feel, but when it's time to hustle, you have to hustle. Emotional intelligence, emotional control will get you so far, because it's one of the most powerful things next to your mind that a human can feel, that can be, is in a pool of their own emotions. And if you can control that, because you can use them, you can learn from sadness. Sometimes, most of the time, your brain is trying to tell you things. Anger can be the fuel and the fire behind a brilliant workout or a brilliant service. Happiness, of course, always feels good. Use them as tools, do not let them use you. And Chief, say less, do more. I'll see you tomorrow.